I want to fall in love with reading again. I feel like I have fell out of love with reading. And what better time than to start reading is during the fall season. Start back up the habit of reading again. So this video, I want to share all the books that I want to read this year for fall. I have been searching on YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest what books are perfect for fall. When choosing my books for this reading list, it had to have certain requirements. The book had to be set during fall. If it's not set in fall, I'm not going to read it. Every now and then they mention the word fall, pumpkin spice, apple. I don't want spooky stuff. I don't want no stuff that make me want to look around the room, making sure nobody watching me. I want to say the spooky stuff for October. September for me is just cozy, cheesy, romance, falling in love. Two of the books on my list I do have right now because I got it last year. The first one is The Cafe Between Pumpkin and Pie. I remember it had 3 stories. They all were in the same town, Moonbright, Maine, and it centers around this small little close-knit community, and it's in a corner cafe bookstore. I do remember in the book, the town was obsessed with whoopie pies, and I'm gonna be real, y'all, I did not know what a whoopie pie was. I literally had to look that up, and you're probably wondering, Hannah, what rock did you come from under? Each story follows 3 different women as they go on a journey of fall in love, and there's even a town legend. If you look in your reflection or in the mirror around midnight of Halloween, you see the love of your life. The first girl, her name is Hannah. Shout out to all the Hannahs that are watching this. She works with her grandma at the corner cafe, and I don't think she believes that she will find love in her grandma. Just like maybe you'll find your love in the reflection, because a lot of people swore they saw their love in the reflection, and then they end up getting married and living happy ever after. And Hannah's like, that ain't gonna happen to me. I'm always gonna be alone. No one's gonna want me. And the grandma's like, yes, you will find someone. And then lo and behold, on Halloween night, her old fling comes back. I think it's her old fling. He comes back in town literally on a motorcycle. And you probably can figure out the rest from there. Now, the second story, I don't know. I'm just drawing a blank. Yes, the second story, I do remember. So it was about her grandma passed away. And then this carpenter comes and helps repair grandma's old Victorian home. And she's like, what are you doing here? Why would our grandma want to repair this? She's gone. And it's just like a lot of back and forth. I think it's more like, hey, enemies to lovers type vibe, because they go back and forth, argue with each other. So you love that this book is for you. And now the third story kind of made me mad a little bit. She just got mad over something that happened in high school. And it was something deep. It was like some silly high school game or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was, but I remember thinking like, she's a grown woman. She's still thinking about that. I can't remember what it is, but it was something about the third story that was so annoying. And I do remember not finishing the third story because the character got on my nerves. But as I read these books, I try to tell myself, Hannah, it's like reading a Hallmark. If you're really into Hallmark movies, this will be the book for you. It feels like you're reading a Hallmark movie in this book. I don't think there was any spice in this book. Sorry, girls. Yeah, that wanted spice. There's no spice in this book from what I remember. You love Halloween vibes, but not spooky or scary Halloween vibes, more of having fun, trick-or-treating, or coastal small towns, cafes, people that work at cafes, then this would be the book for you. It was definitely a good read for me. I really enjoyed reading it. This is another book I bought during my birthday of last year, and this is supposed to be a teen romance type book. And I'm gonna be real, I'm not really into books where the protagonists are high school or teenagers. And don't ask why, I have no idea myself. I just never been a fan of it. But I just wanted to give it a try because look at the cover. It's really cute, cozy. I have not touched it since I bought it. I know it is bad, I know. But like I said before the beginning of the video, I'm not much into reading, but I'm trying to get into it because I think it's healthy for a writer to read a bit more. But anyway, I was watching some TikToks on book talkers and YouTubers. What are their thoughts on the book? And I heard something interesting. They said it wasn't really much of a romance. If you're looking for a book where they fall in love at the end, they become a couple, happily ever after, it's not a romantic tale. I just remember the TikToker was saying it's more focused on her becoming of age type vibe and families coming together, family love, than romantic chemistry. They do have some chemistry, but they don't all the way, if that makes sense. She works for her mom in the cafe. I heard that this book was perfect for people that love Gilmore Girls, love coffee, love small town vibes. I gotta feel a lot of these books on this list are going to be set in small towns. I don't know what it is about fall, but small towns just hit different. And I feel like I'm really going to love this list because I live in a small town. I'm not into teen books, but you know what? I'm going to give it a read. It might actually be pretty good. Y'all, again, let me know in the comments below if you read this before. What were your honest thoughts about this? Is it worth me reading? Let me know in the comments below. Out of all the books I've seen about fall all over social media, this is the one I've probably seen the most. You can go on Pinterest, YouTube, or TikTok and look up fall books without seeing this book on a list. I guarantee every list you're probably going to see it. And this book was New York Post top 10 back in 2024 of last year, fall. And this book is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Even when I saw the cover, I was like, I'm going to love this book. Small town, it's cafe vibes, romance. What more can you need in a book? But when you go in the comments, people are saying, it's not as a cinnamon bun store or not enough spice as the other books she wrote. And I was like, oh, I see people talk about this book all the time. And they did say you would not like this book if you were not a fan of Gilmore Girls, which I do love Gilmore Girls. So I feel like I would like this story. And I also heard people weren't a fan of it because they don't like reading in third POV. Me personally, I don't mind reading in third person POV. I don't care. And I think I'm going to be in love with the tropes. Again, small town. Like I said before, probably every book on this list is going to be a small town. It's grumpy, sunshine, and it's got a bit of, I think I heard it's got some mystery in the book as well. And it does give Gilmore Girl vibes. And some people even said it felt like fall was literally in a book. Even though the reviews on TikTok are mixed in the comments section, I'm still going to give it a read because it's not all over social media for nothing. And it looks like when I look at the book and I read about it, what is the book about, it really did feel like fall in the book. This is the one book on this whole list that I'm excited for the most. However, though, I'm not really sure how I feel about the spice because there's a bit of spice in this book. The book is about the charming town, Dream Harbor, and the book follows Jeannie and Logan. Apparently, Jeannie comes from the big city and she moves to the small town because I believe when I read it, she inherited a cafe from her grandma. And I'm not really sure if she wants the cafe or not because I think she's used to the big city life. And the guy, Logan, and he's handsome, he's broody because, you know, grumpy sunshine trope. I don't know why, I just love that. But he does step in the book to help her repair the cafe shop. About them just putting the cafe shop together, and they're going to end up falling in love as they work together to bring this business her grandma had back to life. Talking too much. When I saw the cover of this book, I was like, I got to read this book. I just know it's going to be a good read. And what also made me happy is that it was people of color on the book. And I was like, yes, thank you. I just love it. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes I do want a book where the protagonist is a Black woman. That's what I want sometimes. I'm not really picky, but sometimes I do crave a book like that. And I was like, finally, a fall book that has that. And when I went on TikTok, y'all, there was this girl that she was hyping up this book so much. She had so much energy put into her review. And she was just about screaming because of how well this book was written. And like her vibrant energy, I gotta read this book now. And the cover of the book is just beautiful. It looks inviting. And the TikTokers I did watch, they said it had a comedy. It was like a rom-com trope. And it had a trope, best friend's brother, also grumpy and sunshine. So my tropes are hidden in these books. But the one thing they hated about this book, that it was too short for them. So what I read, this book is about Gwen. She is a girl that is trying to find love. She's on a mission to find that perfect guy. And I'm like, girl, aren't we all trying to find that perfect guy? So she gets a matchmaker to help her find love. But something interrupts her plans and throws her strategy out the window. And that distraction, that thing that blocks her getting what she wants is her best friend's brother, Anthony. And Anthony, he comes back to their town and he moves to this apartment. But Anthony, if I remember, Anthony does has feelings for Gwen, but I don't think he best to keep it to himself. So while Gwen is chasing Mr. Right, and Anthony is her Mr. Right, but she doesn't really realize it. And Anthony, in his heart and his mind, he's like, I want her, but he doesn't say it. That's what I'm getting off of the reviews. And I heard that the chemistry between Anthony and Gwen was written really well. It felt like their chemistry was so realistic. And I don't know if it was enemies to lovers. I want to assume it is. Now, when it comes to spice, I can't remember if they said there was spice in this book. I gotta go back and see on TikTok or Goodreads to see what they say. But those TikTokers' energy, y'all, they made me want to read the book. I was like, y'all got me. Y'all sold. I'm going to get this book at Barnes & Noble. Or maybe Kindle. I don't know which one. This book came out, I want to say August 1st or the 1st or through the 4th, somewhere around those dates. So there wasn't too many reviews about it yet. But I did find a few TikToks. That's how I found this book. I saw it on someone's list. They had the stack of books and they show you all the books they read or will read in the fall. And one of the books in that stack was Love and Lattes at Pumpkin Hollow. I did find a few TikTokers that had something to say about this book. According to them, this book is very cheesy, Hallmark. And I remember one TikToker say she just felt like the chemistry was kind of rushed and it didn't feel very real. But she said the chemistry just wasn't there for her. And me right now, I don't really mind cheesy romance. So this book is set around Willow and Daniel. Willow, she's in trouble. So Willow owns a pumpkin farm with her family. But the problem is, I don't think they're doing well financially and they're in a big, deep trouble with the banks. And if they don't fix their farm or get profit in there in 6 weeks, then they're screwed, basically. So Willow is like, oh my gosh, I gotta save the pumpkin farm. And say that out loud, it really does feel like a plot of a Hallmark movie. I'm so serious. I literally thought of like at least one Hallmark movie I've seen. Willow, she's scrambling. She's trying to find a way to save her farm because she literally has a time crunch, 6 weeks, or the bank may come to collect. And y'all know that's a scary sight. So that's when Daniel comes in. So Dylan, he's like property consultant and he has plans to buy the farm. And Willow, in desperation to try to save the farm, she tries to make a deal with Daniel. She's like, okay, I know the farm is struggling, but come and watch me make this farm work and see if I could change your mind. And he's like, okay, yeah. So Willow, she's like, give me about 6 weeks. Just give me some time to figure out I can make this farm work. And Dad's like, you know what? All right, I'll give you a chance. So eventually they work together. And also when I was looking up reviews for this book, there was a girl that's got this really cute PR package for this novel. She got a cute little box with decorations that represent the book cover, a little card that gave her a pumpkin spice latte recipe you can make at home. And I was like, girl, I want that PR package one day. It looks so nice. Everybody in the comments just say, how can we get this PR package? I'm so obsessed with lattes, especially Starbucks pumpkin spice. Like, oh my God, this book makes you want it. So basically what I gather is just a lighthearted, save the farm type plot mission where everybody in the community, Willow and Daniel, working hard to save the farm type plot. There is another book I really want to read. It's a rom-com, I believe it is, and it's called Funny Feelings. When I heard someone describe it, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to read this book. She's a comedian and the guy in the book is her manager, and he's like, oh my gosh, we have to pretend that we're a couple so you could get more attention on social media or whatever. Make people like her, obsessed with her story, or her being in love with her boss or manager. And he's slick though, because he actually has feelings for her. That's what people told me, that he actually has feelings for her. He's using that cover for, oh, we have to do this, but he just want to get close to her. And deep down inside, she actually liked him. So I heard it was pretty funny. I love the trope of fake dating. I don't know why I do, but I love it. But that's pretty much it. All the books that I want to read this fall. I'm so excited for fall season. Look at this list. Looking at YouTubers and TikTokers and even Pinterest recommend books to me. It got me so excited for this season. Let me tell y'all, there is nothing better than on the cold, chilly day outside. The leaves have turned colors and maybe it's a light rain shower and you have a nice warm cup of a drink in your hand, tea or coffee, and you're wrapped up in a blanket and you just have a cozy book in your hand. That's just wonderful. And I can already see it now. Some days I'll sit in a coffee shop and read. And I know I said at the beginning of the video, I don't really read too much, but when I do, I want to romanticize the moment. I want to relax. I want to enjoy myself. I don't want no one to interrupt me. Let me enjoy this book. And I do want to read more books because I don't want to end this year with hardly reading anything, because I feel like this year I was off to a very slow start in reading. I hardly read anything, so that's got to be fixed. Now, let's just say you hate basically every book I put on this list. Well, let me know in the comments below what was your favorite book, or what books I should have added to my list. And if you like videos like this, do me a favor and hit subscribe and watch the rest of the videos on this channel. I'm on my journey of writing my book, and it's been a crazy journey. So with that being said, I love y'all so much. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I look forward to many more fall videos coming up because fall season has just gotten started. So with that being said, y'all, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.